Does it ever feel like you're standing completely still while everyone around you is sprinting toward the finish line? You see a friend or a coworker get a promotion, launch a business, or buy a house. Before you can even process being happy for them, an automatic, uncomfortable wave of insecurity washes over you. Then you open your phone. You scroll through perfectly lit vacations, flawless relationships, and effortless success. Almost instantly, your mood drops, and a quiet jealousy creeps in. When someone else hits a major life milestone before you do, your brain sends an immediate warning signal. The thought is loud and clear: I am falling behind. That feeling dictates your behavior. You start to rush. You panic about your timeline, piling massive amounts of pressure on yourself to somehow catch up. We trap ourselves in a self-inflicted cycle of stress. Without realizing it, our brains automatically process someone else's success as our own personal failure. This habit of judging your own progress against others is a biological mechanism as natural as hunger or sleep. The brain requires external reference points to measure its value. Psychologists call this social comparison theory. Assessing our worth against others as how early humans navigated hierarchies and remains our default method for measuring progress, directly dictating your baseline self-esteem. The deep anxiety you feel about your career or relationship timeline today is the direct result of judging your complex, modern life using an ancient biological measuring tool. In a small, localized group, this comparison system worked fine, but the internet and social media act as a multiplier for those natural instincts, providing a constant stream of distorted data. Online timelines selectively broadcast peak moments, celebrations, purchases, perfect angles. Meanwhile, you experience an unfiltered reality of mundane chores. This cognitive dissonance forces your brain to unfairly compare your entire erratic reality directly to the isolated peak spikes of a stranger's curated week. Social media feeds your brain impossible benchmarks, forcing your natural instincts to measure your worth against artificial standards that do not actually exist. When you use these distorted reference points to measure your life, your actual achievements begin to feel like failures, and satisfaction becomes impossible to maintain. Reclaiming that satisfaction starts with identifying the triggers. By recognizing that social media is a selective edit, you can consciously reduce the weight your brain gives to those digital data points. Since your brain requires a reference point to function, you can provide it with a more accurate one: your own past. Measuring where you are today against where you were yesterday gives the brain the coordinate system it craves without the distortion of someone else's highlight reel. When you focus strictly on that personal progress, you can finally step off the imaginary timeline and recognize that you are competing only against yourself. If this video helped you understand yourself, your life, or your emotions a little better, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a reminder to look at their own path.